It's amazing, so amazing.
It is Michelle C with another episode of KandidKissesTv, and I am here with the one and only. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
FlowSoAmazzyn.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's get it started. Go ahead and drop out your Instagram, your social media, everything where they can find you.
Okay, Instagram is my main page. I just got back to Facebook, but Instagram is FlowSoAmazzyn. It's FlowSoAmazzyn, and Facebook is FlowSoAmazzyn, my fan page.
All right, so we're going to get into this. What was your first time on stage like, and how did you get your start?
I actually killed. I wish I would have had the recording from that. But I talked about being a comedian since I was a little girl. But I was scared to do it. You up there, it's just you and the mic. I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I'm ready.
Who gave you that push?
The push was my cousin. So this took a long time. So I was talking about it, of course, since like maybe a little girl. I was telling my mom I wanted to be a comedian, and she was like, girl, no, you got to have a career. You better think of a career, then maybe do comedy. And I was like, okay. So I got my career in dental, and then after dental school, I was like, I think I'm going to go ahead and try. But then, you know, you get busy with work. I was young. I had kids. So by the age of 30, that's a long time from 5 to 30, my cousin, I ran about her again. And she said, girl, you've been talking about this too long.
I mean, you was passionate about it.
Right. She was like, you need to get started. I said, but I'm scared. And she was like, well, life is short. You got to make a decision to get started because it's going to keep like bothering you until you do it. So
Absolutely.
I was 31, actually 31. And she was like, I'll come to your first show if you go ahead and start.
Okay.
So at the age of 31, I got up on stage. Well, before I got up on stage, it was like I talked with her 2 weeks before doing my first show. She was like, go ahead, I'll come to the show. I said, you better come. She said, I'll come. Well, she got in a car accident and she died. And so when she died like that, I'm like, I can't renege. I remember telling her I'd do it. So now I'm going to go ahead and do it. It's going to be paying respects to her. Right. Get up there and kill it. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I think it's still one of my best shows. And I've been in comedy 7 years. Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
For my first show, because I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio.
That's where my mom's from there.
Okay. So I get up on stage. I can't think of the name of it was a bar. It was in Mount Healthy. I can't think of the exact name of the bar, but it was in Mount Healthy, Ohio. So I get up on stage. It was just a few minutes, like 10 minutes, I think. And then I did a good job, get off on stage, and one of the comedians that had been doing comedy for a while, what was his name? Is it Gary?
Gary Owen?
No, Gary, it's an older white guy, Gary Love or something like that. He's from Cincinnati. And he was like, this your first time? I said, yeah, this my first time. He said, man, you do this like you've been doing it for a while, because I really had behind the scenes
like, did
making
you have,
my friends.
Did you write down jokes, or you just got up there and was just freestyling it?
Just, no, freestyle it, because I didn't know about writing jokes. So what I did was talked about life situations and made it humorous. Yeah.
Okay, well that's real life is always
real life is always relatable.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's how I got started.
Now, well, we answered that question. I was going to ask you what made entertainment the business for you. What made you decide that was what you're going to do?
Just because I just felt like that was something I was gifted at. Even as I don't know, like necessarily was a certain comedian, because I didn't really know. You can just have an unction, like, you know, this is something I should be doing, because I just noticed that I was easily able to make people laugh in school with my family. Yeah.
So then with that, like, did you go into drama in school, like acting or anything, or you just was
I didn't do
silly?
Anything. No, I didn't do anything. The only thing I did was just after years of, doing stuff behind the scenes and noticing I would make strangers laugh easily, it's just getting the courage at 31 to get on stage. That was it. Yeah. But I never really, as a young girl, a little girl, noticed any comedy, so I really wasn't sure where it come from. But as I got older, I started to watch, comedy shows, because I couldn't watch some of this stuff when I was younger. But I just knew people just say you're so silly all the time. Right. So I do admire, some comedians, as I got like some more, and J.J. Williamson, and, I like Kevin Hart. So it's some people that I did, look up to. That was cool, yeah. As I got become a young adult.
Entertaining is great, but that, like you said, is you on the mic and that stage.
And you got to bring it.
And it's like, if you don't make them laugh that first 2 seconds and you hear that pin drop, you be like, you know what? All right, it's been real. I'm out.
Exactly. So when it went well, I'm like, okay, I may be on to something. I have to keep at this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this. How did you come up with your stage name?
Oh yeah, that's interesting. It was a song T.I. made called "So Amazing."
Okay.
And so I really wanted my name to be So Amazing. I just didn't want to go by Stephanie because people say you should use your name, but I thought Stephanie was so boring. It's a good name, but for stage.
Why gonna ask Stephanie? She
I
ain't
know,
boring.
I know. I thought it was boring, and I felt it didn't
Have enough.
put enough and enough pressure on me because I just felt like I wanted a name that I can back up. And so over the years, I've been, in the process of backing up why I named myself So Amazing. So anyhow, So Amazing was a song T.I. made. But my cousin was like, no, So Amazing, her name Quadra, she was like, no, how about FlowSoAmazzyn? She said, because once you get started, she was like, it's like a flow, you know, once you get started. And I was like, okay, we'll do FlowSoAmazzyn.
Because I mean, with that, even though you do comedy, I would think a rapper.
Right, I know,
you know
right?
what I'm saying? So like, can you freestyle? What can you do?
Exactly, that's what I said. I was like, I don't know where we get this rapper name, but it started with T.I. That's probably why. T.I.
Well, he is self-proclaimed king.
Yeah.
So you were like, well, I'm gonna be the queen.
So amazing. Yeah.
Right.
And so that's why I say my comedy. So when I get off on stage, I love when I hear people say, I see why your name is FlowSoAmazzyn, because you flow from the beginning to the end. So my comedy can flow. It don't have to be a rap. And so that's the pressure, and it keeps pressure on me to keep improving and keep flowing. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Stephanie wasn't enough pressure. I need pressure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is then.
Yeah.
Okay. So then my next question is, what was your most memorable moment on stage?
Okay. Most memorable moment. That was actually recently.
Okay.
When I was at what was that, the Punchline in Atlanta, and Hank Dent's invited me out, and I took a little break because my sister passed about 2 years now.
Yeah.
And so I took a little break because she left me having 3 kids to help get that reassured, get my mind back on track. And so I've been in and out for 2 years, since 2017. So Hank reached out to me a couple months ago and like, come out to work out Wednesdays. I ain't seen you in a while. And I was like, okay, I'll come.
Okay.
And so in the midst of my performance, I never had this happen before. You get the applause, stand up. But these people just start, because it was a small crowd, maybe a 20. And Hank said, I've never seen this before. Where while I'm doing my jokes, they just start, what you want to say, like admiring what I brought to the stage. They say, I like your style. Just like, and I'm trying to do my jokes.
Right.
I'm doing jokes. Some people, but right in the center, front lady, she had been drinking. She said, I just want you to know I love you. You remind me of like some girl, one of my girlfriends, somebody can just sit down and listen to.
You in the middle of the stage saying something, she like, excuse me, let me tell you something.
And then the other lady raised her hand like this is a class.
This is not a seminar, but we can make it one.
Right, yeah. Right. She just like, if you ever thought you wasn't supposed to do comedy, sweetheart, this is what you're supposed to do. And then another lady like, flow. And I'm like, I have never had my show just get taken over by the audience. Well, you already know who that was.
That was God and your cousin and your sister. That's who it was. That was just like, keep going.
Keep going. And so I got emotional that day. And I'm like, I have never, applause is, of course, letting people know you receive. But they took over and each one of that little audience gave, something that they admired about what I brought. So that blessed my heart. That's something you never forget.
Yes, that's awesome. And it's rare. Because, I don't know what type of crowd it was, but I know if it's one of our crowds.
No, it was a majority white crowd. Maybe 2 black people.
That's the difference.
I said, you mainstream, Flo.
It's hard to please us.
Those people say, I would come back.
Wait a minute, so you got now you doing something then. Yeah. And you got the white people kicking in.
They were on my side.
Because we a rough one. We throw a chicken wing. We do anything.
Yeah, because the lady has a child with, I forget the disability. And she said she was glad she came out because I helped her forget, the struggles of handling a child with severe disabilities. Wow. It just went on and on. Yeah, of how I was blessing them. But I'm thinking they never let me get back to the show. So I end up thanking them and I had to cut it short because I didn't want to hold up the other people, but the crowd took over and just started, thanking me.
That's amazing. And hence the name.
Yes. So I said, that's great. So that was a blessing.
Now, what would be one phrase or one thing that you would say to someone that's trying to get in the entertainment industry, something that's going to motivate them to keep going? What would you give them? What nugget of knowledge would you give them?
Stay true to yourself. Yeah, I think that's important because it sets you apart. Yeah, don't try to duplicate what you think is hot because even what you think is hot, everybody don't love. It may look like the majority, and that's why I always say it's room. And I like how other comedians say it. Being in the business now 7 years, I see it's room for all of us. Yeah, it's room for all of us. We need all those different styles, so stay unique, and it'll keep you set apart.
Okay. Well, on KandidKissesTv, we have a little segment called Kiss or Diss.
Okay.
It's celebrity crushes. I'm going to yell out some celebrity names. You're going to decide whether you're going to kiss or you're going to diss.
Okay.
All right. The first one, Michael B. Jordan or Idris Elba. Who
Oh.
you kissing and who you dissing?
Oh, dang. That's two tough ones. I'm going to kiss Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
And I like them both in this.
You can't have both. You
I know. But I'm going to kiss Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
And
you dissing Idris.
yeah, there you go.
All right. Next one, Jamie Foxx or Trey Songz. Who you kissing or who you dissing?
Trey Songz.
Okay.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx.
Jamie can't sing to you and win the kiss?
What? I heard he go both ways.
Moving on. that ain't my business.
I don't want no peanut butter on me. Okay, go ahead.
What is the peanut butter? I don't know. What peanut butter do?
If you go both ways, you getting peanut butter on you.
Oh, God, I just got it. Oh, my God, that's horrible.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm glad I ain't eat today because you would have made me throw up.
Yes, I'm sorry, Jamie. I just heard, I don't know. So that's why I go with the other. I love Jamie Foxx as a, celebrity in person.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, last one. Okay, Biz Markie or Flavor Flav? Who you kissing, who you dissing?
Oh, Biz Markie.
Really?
Yeah, not Flavor Flav. Oh, no.
I would have threw both of them away, but
I
okay.
know. Oh, I didn't know I could throw.
No, you can't. But if I had to pick one,
Well, yeah, I want to trash both. But if I had to pick one, I'm going to do Flavor Flav. I would diss him. Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Even he got the clock though.
I ain't fooling with him. He is a little bit too ugly. And that ain't nice to say. But I
Baby,
can't
have
do
you seen his mama? She threw too.
Oh, my God. I said, what was God thinking?
Well, it's somebody for everybody apparently. Cause
Yes,
he has
it
kids
is.
too.
No, he do.
So
He
somebody
has
else-
money, too. He has money. Money makes a difference.
That, yeah.
But I'll stay
you know
broke.
What?
I'll stay broke.
Personality makes a difference too.
That's true.
Because you can see the ugliest people, and then you'll sit there and say, "Well, how did they get that person?" And they probably just laughed them out their drawers. That's what it was.
That's true. Laughter, it works.
Because at the end of the day, we all gonna get old and fat and ugly, so it don't matter. And that has been another episode of KandidKissesTv. Tell them where they can find you again on social media.
All right, you can find me on Instagram at FlowSoAmazzyn, FlowSoAmazzyn. I say that because people misspell my name and you may find the wrong FlowSoAmazzyn. And then Facebook, you can find my fan page FlowSoAmazzyn, Twitter FlowSoAmazzyn, and my website, I pray. Okay,
Coming
should
soon.
be up October 1st. All right.
All right, we'll see you next time.
It's amazing. I'm the reason. Everybody.
Talented? Entrepreneur? Doing great things in the community? Need exposure? KandidKissesTv is the answer. Email KandidKissesTv@gmail to get started now. KandidKissesTv is sponsored by Kissable Lips Cosmetics.